speaking of bitchy house cats, guys, I think we might have got it wrong on the Howard Stern thing. I think we might have spoke a little too soon, and I think this might have actually been part of the negotiation process. I do believe SiriusXM put it out there. Howard Stern's done. Howard Stern's coming into the end of his run. Apparently, he's coming back from their summer break the day after Labor Day. It's going to be September 2nd. And all they're doing is they're all over social media, the Howard Stern Show is, and they're going, tune in September 2nd. Big announcement. Are we done or will we resign? Will it be the end of Howard's run on SiriusXM? Has it finally all? And the minute, this was like last week they started doing this. The minute they started teasing the September 2nd show, that's when I started to go, he's not done. He's going to re-sign with SiriusXM and they're going to keep this thing rolling another 5 years because, let's be honest, what else does Sirius have to keep people subscribed? There are rumors out there that Howard Stern is down to 125,000 listeners at a time. Now, that is a far cry from his peak of 20 million, but nobody has 20 million people listening to them at the same time anymore. It doesn't happen. The world has changed. Everything is compartmentalized. There are no superstars anymore. There will never be another Howard Stern. It won't exist. It's too balkanized now with the internet. There's no barrier to entry. There's far fewer gatekeepers. You're never going to, you turn on a live stream and we average between 650 and 800 people at a time watching our show. And there are a lot of people who look at that and go, well, it's a pretty decent sized show. That's a tiny nobody fucking nothing show. All right, I love doing my show. I love my audience. I'm glad for everyone we have, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it's like the heyday of, the Howard Stern show or even, I know we have more people watching us than we ever did when we were on radio just because of the nature of the internet. You can watch whenever and we're on 5 platforms, but still it's not the same concentrated dosage of people, if you will. There's never going to be another Howard Stern. You watch a live stream now and Ethan Klein does a great job, but he does 30,000 people at a time on a good day. That's fucking dog shit. 30,000 people at a time. Like a Howard Stern shit that out of his ass. If Howard Stern, even today, if Howard had 30,000 people listening to him at a time, he should be fucking run out of the building. But with the internet and with streaming and with the compartmentalization of entertainment, now all of a sudden 30,000 people at a time. Oh my God, this guy's fucking killing it. Not really, but I get it. I understand. The only thing, live sports is really the only thing that draws the huge numbers anymore. People talk about how television is dying and TV is dead and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, you turn on any show on Fox News on primetime, and there's over 1 million people watching them as you're watching it. There's no stream that's doing that kind of number. So while all of these mainstream elements are way down from where they were at their peak, they're still probably the biggest concentrated voice, and they're probably also the majority for normies too. So Howard at 125,000, probably still bigger than a lot of the internet podcasting type folks, but just a far cry from where he used to be. The only problem is SiriusXM subscribers, a lot of them, hundreds of thousands of them, I would say, have no fucking reason to keep their subscription without Howard Stern and the Howard Stern back catalog. So they're going to sign some kind of a deal. Here's what I think is going to happen with Howard. They're going to sign him to a deal where his show basically becomes even more part-time than it already is. And they're going to bill it as Howard Stern does specials. And then they're going to have a podcastable version of Stern. I think he'll be down to one show a week. He'll do a Wednesday show or a Friday show every week. They will mostly be paying him for the back catalog of the Howard Stern show, the stuff from the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. And then they'll give him a deal where they won't disclose what the base salary is so they don't embarrass Howard Stern. He's not getting $90 million a year anymore. He's not going to get $100 million a year anymore. The reason being that SiriusXM, first of all, can't afford it. They're not what they used to be. And Howard's just not worth it. the way he used to be. Like we said, entertainment's way more spread out now. People don't need Howard Stern the way they needed him before. So it does sound like the news that Howard was gone, the news that Howard was going to be done, everybody making fun of him, like, yeah, go woke, get broke. That's right, Stern, you fucking ruined your legacy. Howard Stern's woke as shit. And by the way, all of that's true. I agree with all of that. But at the same time, that lit a fire under his ass, and Howard likes to do the old, middle finger to people still, even in his old age. He's very crotchety now, and he doesn't want to appear to be losing. He doesn't want to appear to be taking an L. He would like to say, I'm retiring, not SiriusXM didn't renew me. So he kind of carried the company through a lot of tough times, the 2008 crash of the economy, the 2009 merger and all that. Like, Howard carried Sirius. Sirius was getting its ass kicked by XM when he first came over there, and then Sirius ended up buying their competition. So Howard did that. The company owes him a lot. There is no Sirius Radio without Howard Stern. So in my opinion, I think they're going to announce like a 2 or 3 year deal. And then Howard will say, and I'm retiring after that. They'll give Howard some kind of a smaller deal than what he has now. Howard will get to announce, here's when I'm retiring, and he'll get to go on a farewell tour where he does a show a week. Probably won't I was going to say he'll do shows like on location to say goodbye to his fans, but he's a fucking germaphobe shut-in at this point. I don't think he'll do that. But I think they'll give Howard a contract. They'll give him a deal. He'll put a few more $1 million in his pocket. They'll get his back catalog for like the next 10 years. And Howard will get to ride off into the sunset. They've taken a bold step in working on their relationship by extending terms with a new and juicy mega deal. Howard's perceived turnaround emerges after weeks of heavy speculation that he was exiting SiriusXM for good and in search of a greener new pasture. I hate to be this guy, but like at 70, what's Howard, 71, 73, something like that. When you're in your 70s, you don't want to start a new thing. You don't want to become like, I'm going to become the king of podcasting at 71 years old. That's like when SiriusXM hired Art Bell. He did like a week of shows and he said, fuck it, I'm done. Because it's just like you're too old to start something new. You've had a great run. Let's set a date and let's work toward it. A source confirmed that everything is a done deal in this regard, and all previous reports of him exiting the company were pure fallacy. I disagree with that. I don't think the reports that they weren't going to give him a deal were fallacy. I think that was hardball negotiations. I think that was serious. I think SiriusXM put it out there through back channels, and they had it reported that Howard's done, Sirius isn't offering him a deal, and then they could show Howard's team the reaction to that and go, fuck you, take what we give you. Because you could show Howard's team, you could go, look at how people are responding. They're tired of you. They're sick of you. They think you're woke. They think you're a joke. They think that you're going to make us go broke. So we're going to offer you a low ball deal and you can take it, or we can report to the world that we kicked Howard Stern to the curb, which is not the way that he wants to go out. So it looks like SiriusXM and Howard Stern have inked a deal. It sounds like they've gotten something done. I don't know if it's going to be something that, I don't know if it's going to be something that either side can really be proud of, but it'll allow everyone to save face, essentially. Mr. Imus says Regis Philbin did. I don't remember that. What did Regis do? When did Regis start something new? I thought, holy shit, now I feel gaslit. I thought Regis did that morning show until he fucking croaked. Now I'm worried is Regis is dead, right? Yeah, Regis died like 10 years ago, I want to say. No, Mr. Imus, fill us in. I don't remember Regis Philbin starting a new thing. Are you talking about Millionaire? Millionaire was like 98. Regis was still spry, wasn't he? He wasn't Howard's age when he started Millionaire. Let's go to some texts. Never mind. One of the texts said, forget those two. So there were two messages and then they went, forget it. Don't worry about it. I don't blame you. Drinking your own milk would be weird. I didn't drink the breast milk. I didn't do it. Sam Show says Regis died in 2020, dummy. I'm sorry I didn't pay attention. I apologize. Hers mommy says Aaron is just babbling. That's true. I had no idea what the fuck. I didn't know anything about Regis Philbin, his death, or his career. So someone saying, Regis Philbin did it, that sent me into an utter tailspin that I was not prepared for.